Good morning. Good morning. We are still having fun with the live events. I don't know what the heck that's about. But anyway, we're going to talk about it's that time of year again. HP's laying off a bunch of people. I'm talking a ton of people. And it's early. It's way, way early. Let's see. I'll do the other live event later. Let me just put this in there. Essentially, September. Well, let me just start from the beginning. Let me just get into the whole deal. Every year, just before Christmas, a lot of corporations lay people off. Just happens like clockwork. Well, except this time the clock's a little early. HP is throwing their layoff hat into the ring. And how does that impact you? Well, let's say you were working at HP and you got the news and you didn't have a side business. You didn't have any extra income, nothing. It was just ass out. How would you feel right now if that was you? How would you feel if all your eggs were in that one basket? I was that dude once. I got that layoff. I got that whole you have no job anymore deal. And the thing is, this is one of the reasons that you need to have your own business. I don't believe I was talking to a neighbor yesterday. His name's Todd. And we're just talking about because he works from home also. We're just everybody that is a neck up type entrepreneur or have neck up skill sets. It's going to be working from home or small offices or small queues and things like that. And where this future is going, I don't know, but I do know this. There are going to be more people than there will be jobs. I mean, shit, we already have that. So what are you going to do? And this is one of the reasons that I started really early with the big push for hustlerskungfu.com, because also there's certain sales cycles that happen each year like clockwork. They just happen. They are part of the landscape. That's just part of what goes down when you have a business. And I spent, I would say, about 4 months just really busting it, getting ready, because it happens every year. It just happens. And many people don't understand it. So this is one of the reasons that when you start something, you got to stick with it to see the seasons, because many people jump into the online stuff and they jump out and they really don't stay in it long enough to see seasons, to get a really good feel for what's going to happen with their business. It's just not happening. But as we get into that, there's other things that you should know. And this show is sponsored by hustlerskungfu.com. It's a great place to be. It's an awesome course. And right now I have this special. It's a killer special until September 30th. You get all of this plus more. And I'll talk about that a little later in the end of the video. But there's definitely something you want to think about. So let's jump into what's really happening. Okay. I saw the HP layoffs. Like yesterday, I did something I rarely do. I watched the news, and it can be very, very depressing, because I saw back-to-back cases of mothers killing their kids. This one lady who's just a monster, she lost custody of her kids to her husband, and she killed him to keep him from getting the kids. That just is the selfishness that goes to that is just so crazy, that I'm going to kill the kids versus letting him have them is just crazy. Just crazy. I could go on all day about that. But the whole point is I was watching the news and I saw the HP layoff announcement, and I saw some other things, and it was just like the cycle's compressing, because this is how it used to go. Christmas is coming, layoffs happen. Boom, 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 boom. You get that. Then you have people scrambling, and then all these funds and the empty stocking fund, the Toys for Tots, all of this stuff comes. So you have people who are wondering, once their severance package runs out, what the hell's going to happen next year? And then you have all this stuff and holidays and people getting together, and it's a lot. And if you didn't know, suicide rates go up during the holidays, depression goes up during the holidays, and you have this thing with what's happening with the economy. We have a very, very, I don't even know how to call it, because you have people who are doing amazingly well, and you have people who can barely make ends meet, or you have people who are not making ends meet. Nothing's happening. It's just really, really bad. And you have to ask yourself, why is it like this? And I think everyone, whether they want to or not, is going to have to learn some business skills. You're going to have to. We'll have to learn business skills. And whether you want to, you will have to, because I know the pain of being laid off. I know the pain of having no money in my bank account. Shit, not even having the bank account because they closed it. I know that pain, and many people are about to experience that pain again real soon, because this whole thing of living paycheck to paycheck, not really having a good plan, and more importantly, I think another thing that's killing people here is the lack of teams. You don't have the teamwork that you used to. If you watch the show, The Amazing Race, you can almost pick who's going to win based upon how well the teams work together. You can almost pick. It's just like you can see who has the best communication, who really, really work well together. And we're a very individualistic society, but you really need teams to get things done, because the more that you build and create, and that's where, I've got, like, I was talking to someone last night about the internet lifestyle. Now, I'm not bitching, because it's great, but in the beginning, it took some adjustment, because you have all of this free time and everyone else is at work, and then everybody crams all of these special moments in the weekends where it's just like, my Monday's like a weekend, my Tuesday's like a weekend. It could literally be. And then I had to start getting my collection of internet buds together, because, and there's a few local folks now, but it's just so rare for someone to be able to work from home, make decent money, and have time to enjoy themselves. And I think that more people are going to experience this, because they're going to have to, because, like the thing with the layoffs. Now, someone that approached me about kind of doing that, like how to leave your job right situation. And I honestly could not do that, because I don't know what it's like anymore. It has been so long since I've had a job that I've had to deal with office politics. Now I have to deal with internet politics, which could be a good parallel to office politics. But I think many people don't want to move from the job situation, because they're going to have to learn a whole new basket of new skills of how to deal with stuff. Because, like, take for example, last year when there was these snow ends, I was cool staying at home. Other people were freaking out on Facebook. It's like, I've been in my house 3 days. I gotta get out. I'm about to lose it. It's just funny to me. But let's talk about you in starting a business. If your stuff is good, you need to start a business. If you're a kid, you need to start a business. If you are whatever, you need to start a business, because everything changes. One thing you can count on is stuff is going to change. Things are going to change. Things are going to be really interesting at some point. And I think where the really wonderful place because there's no point in history that you could start a business so quickly. But we're also in a strange place because there's pockets of skill sets. I was talking to another YouTube guy, and I see all of these channels as you see all these channels, but I forget. Like, let's see, where am I? I'm going to show you something that kind of shocked me. And this is one of the reasons I like doing these hangups like this, because I can get into stuff, show you stuff, and it makes it a little bit easier when you can see what I can see. All right. I have officially get in there. I've officially come under the 100,000 YouTube rank. Now, I was like, this is okay. This is okay. But the thing I didn't realize was there's millions of channels. There's literally millions of YouTube channels. That is not an exaggeration. So I've kind of come under that 100,000 rank. And hopefully I can push down to the 50,000 rank. Because the thing is, when this number all the way to the right is like 50 something, then other numbers will look really, really good. But also in views, I'm still, over the 100,000 club. But essentially, and this is plugged into YouTube. You can search any channel, research any channel with it. But there's 137,589 channels ahead of me, which is a lot, but it's not when you compare it to the big ocean of YouTube. And it's getting really interesting now because I look at what's going on with, and that's kind of funny, they've got that there. I look at what's going on with the world of self-education. And this is one of the reasons that I created hustlerskungfu.com and the Hustler Mindset Project is you're going to have to learn so much because I'm used to it now. I think it would freak other people out, the amount of things I've learned this year alone, and knowing that next year, a lot of that stuff will no longer apply. I'm used to it now, but that's going to become your world also. In many, many different areas. That's going to become your world. There's going to be things that you will have to do. There will be things that you will have to really understand that it's just no longer like it used to be. You're going to have, let's take a 16-year-old today who's watching this video. There's a 16-year-old to a 25-year-old, and they're going to watch this video and they're going to become inspired and they're going to watch this channel and they're going to start doing stuff. You're going to have people who will never, ever have a traditional job in life. You're going to have people like that who will never have jobs. They will be business owners or freelancers or whatever you want to call it from day one until they die. That's where we're heading. And that's one of the reasons that I've put together all this stuff, because when you look at the future, which depending upon how you're geared, could be really ugly or it could be really bright. We're getting to the point where manual labor, stuff you do with your hands, I mean, they're competing, they're creating these robots that have manual dexterity, that you have this robot that can sit here and do many repetitive tasks that humans could do. That's probably going to come online really, really strong in the next 6 years. So some of those suck ass jobs, you won't be able to get them. You won't be able to get them. And the whole thing is you're going to have to start preparing yourself for the future, whether you want to or not. You just will, because I was talking about driverless cars when I first came on, and we are very, very close to that being a broad reality. I mean, it's already done. It's a done deal. They have driverless cars. They have the technology. They're putting in the hours. But you're going to see that when that tech hits commercial applications, because there will always be room for special couriers. Like if you own a trucking company, and say someone needs something picked up now that's not off the grid. There's always going to be special niche jobs for those people or careers for those people. But I just see the broad world of trucking being disruptive in the next decade. Taxis has already been disruptive. There's something also. I think the thing that's going to keep a lot of people employed is there's a group of people who are just not going to ride in the car that's being automatically driven. They're just like, I don't want that. It freaks me out. So you're going to have those people who are going to refuse to accept the technology. So there will be people who will be working. But as you look at all this stuff, you have to ask yourself, what kind of business can you create? Because I was talking to another friend about the storage auction business, and they've been in it like 30 years, I believe. And they were just saying it is nothing like it used to be. And I was like, well, your money, her exact words was, I work 5 times as hard for 1/5 of what I used to make. And I think that business is going to experience some disruption. It'll be a while. It'll be a while because the thing is, America is a nation of pack rats. That's one of the reasons I call my blog Urban Pack Rat, because I would just find all of this stuff. But it's all of these things are happening to everybody. All these industries are being disruptive. All these quote esoteric ways of making money are being disruptive. And talking to her about the storage auction business, I'm glad that I made the pivots that I did, because a lot of people got really pissed at me when I changed my direction. It's like, hey, you need to keep talking about Craigslist. You need to keep talking about storage auctions. But see, this is the thing that I plotted out. What do we know about storage auctions? They're really, really hard, time consuming. You have to have money. You have to have the logistics to move the stuff. I just saw that was not going to be a long-term instructor training type deal, and I got out of it. I was like, I left it. It's like, hey, y'all can have it. And some people are like, we got it. But the thing is, why there's so many people in resale? Because they can't find jobs. So you have a lot of people who don't want to be there, who are going to do whatever they can to make money, which it's not bad. It's just competition. But when you're in that resale world, it is rough. It's rough. And that's why I would advise you to learn the internet, become really good with the internet, and start, today thinking about what can you do. And the thing is, I'll give you an example. This is a Gumroad product that I bought. It's called Thank You Crate. Essentially, since I started doing these interviews and things, that I knew that, this is something I used to do as a salesperson. Whenever someone bought something from me, I would send them a really nice thank you card with some minute and one business card, because, people are not going to pass out 5, 6 business cards. They just don't. One business card. And I was like, well, I need to start doing that again. So I saw it because it was in something that Gumroad was promoting. And I thought it was a spiffy idea, and I did it. And when you get with the whole new economy, there's a lot of old school stuff that will help you. And this, like I said, this was like really, it's like $4 a month. They send you cards, they send you stamps. And I actually got another one yesterday that I'm going to let stack up. But the point is, you're going to have to learn how to sell. I should just go ahead and just cut through the code. You're going to have to learn how to sell, present yourself, be out there, build up stuff, learn how to network with people. And the sooner you start that stuff, the better off you will be in this 2015, because each year you're going to see the manufacturing sector is eroded. It's not completely gone. A lot of stuff is still made here. There's a lot of people still working in it, but compared to what it used to be, it seems almost as if it's nothing. What can you make? What can you build? Like I said, this. Someone just said, hey, I'm going to offer thank you cards. Real simple. They're making money. iPad, just open up your mind to what you could build, what you could create that will make you some money. Like today, do not wait, because my big regret with a lot of this stuff is I wish that I had started sooner, like much, much sooner, way sooner. And then, going through that whole process of learning how to divest myself of certain things in the upbringing that were harmful to success. That's a big thing. Big thing that you have to do. A lot of things you have to look at. So with that, because today's going to be very interesting. I've got a special guest that's I might release it today. I just have a feeling it's going to be explosive for the Hustler Kung Fu show, The Art of Making Money Online. This is going to be interesting. That's going to come up in a little while because this is an early thing. So with that, I'm going to, for those of you who want to know, I'm going to show you my mug because it's a lot of fun doing this stuff, but it's also a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So we're going to do this. I'm going to walk you through it because I had someone ask me a question. And since this channel has a great deal of resale stuff on it, let's see. Wait a minute. I actually got the wrong thing. Hold on. Because I'm sitting there like, that shouldn't be there. Hold on. Here we go. Someone was saying from the resale storage auctions, all right, this course I designed, and I'm going to get into it. Let's just get into it. Okay. Hold on. That was kind of strange. I'll fix that. All right. With your sourcing, this is going to be here. And I'm going to have to redo that. I know that I did wrong. But essentially, you will have this first week that'll get into sourcing. Let's see. Here we are. Creative sourcing, rethinking smalls. I get into it, and when I built this course, and hold on, I'm just going to fix this. I'm going to show you the inner guts of this thing because I was in here changing stuff yesterday, and oh, really? You're going to do that to me? Let's go back. For anyone that's thinking about creating courses, this is a wonderful platform. A lot of stuff you can get done. All right. I'll do that. Let's see. Aha. Yeah, I see what happened. I see exactly what happened. And what we're going to do, this is how easy it is to do this. Like, if you're doing the Udemy, it could be this easy. But more than likely, it won't be. Come on. Come on down. Come to daddy. Come to daddy. Come to daddy. Move this back. Yeah, this is how this works. Okay, then we're going to do this. Put that there. Yes, you get to watch me work. And come on. There's your discussion board. And that's going to be, like, put this up here. So this is how it was supposed to be. Okay. And then you got your first week of disruptive hustling. Then you come in here, you got the process, you got day one. There's a lot of things that happen in here that are about storage auctions. A ton of stuff in here about storage auctions. So That was my strength, selling physical products. Now that I have 7 years experience of selling non-physical products, I'm pretty good at that. But I did this for a long, long time. This course will show you how to sell stuff, because I have to sell a lot of stuff. I have to sell good stuff, bad stuff, uh, crazy stuff. There we go. That's the way it's supposed to be. And also, just something you should know, if you take this course, it's called DRIP, which means once you sign up, you don't just get all the lessons, because I don't want you to just go through everything. I want you to really do the work so you can be successful. That's what I want you to do. Do that so you can be successful. Do that so you can understand what you can do with this technology, because it is really, really fascinating that how this course has really helped so many people. And probably in a little while, some point today, I'm going to go ahead and do day 7. That's going to happen today. Hold on. I'll see what's going on. So that's the type of things that are going on here. So if you want to be a part of this, and you should, because it's really, really economical and what you will get out of it. I had someone post that they've started on this course and they've already made $1,900 this course. And this is just one of many. So just something for you to think about. And for those of you who are in need of, hold on, I will have to find it. Those of you who are in need of a little extra, I got you covered in a strange way. It's very, very strange. And I'm going to explain this very, very carefully, because people tend to just hear what they want to hear and then make moves. And then later on, they're like, hey, you didn't tell me that. But I'm like, yes, I did. I did tell you. I told you. All right. I've created a payment plan. So we'll put that there. This is how the payment plan works. Now, the best deal is to pay the $350, because if you have, you can't get like extended terms and also a discount. That's crazy. That's a little business lesson you'll learn. But option number 1 is $120 a week for 4 weeks. Option number 2 is $250 a month for 2 months. Option 3 is $30 a day for 14 days. So we'll see how that goes. So that's it. The links will be in the video before this one, because it's probably going to take me a while to get the links and the annotations in this one, since it's still processing. But yes, that's what you can do. And you got until the end of September 30th, 6 p.m. So with that, thanks for coming out. There will be some more stuff later on the day. Another live event. I will send out the email, and I'm going to use Hangouts versus, well, it depends if it works, because the thing is, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, which is a little frustrating, but that's what we do here at hustlerskungfu.com. We solve problems. All right, this is Glendon, and I will see you in the next session.